Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell. I'm in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Fluid Art Studio with a 12 by 16 inch canvas that I have just decided might be smaller than I should be trying to use. It has a few little flaws on it, so I'm going to take my paint and just dab my finger in it. Alright, so I'm nervous. I'm going to take a Chantilly lace. I'm a Color Arte affiliate. And I'm going to use my smaller spatula this time, and I'm going to try and just use whatever comes to... Oh, and it's plugged. The French silk is plugged. We're going to try and use my tweezers to get it open. It seems fairly well plugged. I kind of hate it when that happens. I got some. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I was inspired by watching myself do the painting the other day. About a third of the way in, I really liked the negative space, and I didn't continue on that way. That was French silk. It's a Prizm pour. The colors will be listed under the video. This is shiny taffeta. I need some puddles. And I don't mind if they're away from each other, because when I swipe with my spatula, they'll interfere with each other quite nicely. Shiny taffeta is a Prizm pour, as is frosted berry. I don't know what I'm doing as far as there's no particular plan. This is Tuscan Sun. I didn't realize I grabbed that. What I thought I was grabbing was excuse me, was the black raspberry, which I obviously should have shaken up. Some of my colors I added distilled water to, and I will never stop regretting that, to tell you the truth. Now, I kind of feel like that needs some of my Jasmine, which I did add some purely pigments to. And what did I add? I added Dancing Fuchsia. This is what's left of it. This is Indigo Violet. And for some reason I'm being called to colors I didn't even pull out, so I'm going to use some of my Royal Sapphire. And quickly, Gavani, shake my Fandango. And decide to start with what I have, I think. Although I do have some pink carnation, and I think I might want a little variation on the theme, and I might want some more light color. And I was in the middle of mixing some Frostbite, and I'm almost out, but I think it still might be usable, so we'll give it a shot. It will sort of disappear, I hope, under the colors. I don't know how this is going to work. I pretty much never know how it's going to work, but I want some Indian spice in there. Because I can. That's the name of my first book next to my second book. It's on the Amazon link. Underneath the video in the description there's a link tree. I meant to use some of this Nebula Star, which is a primary element. It's like a much darker version of the Royal Sapphire. I have no idea why my voice is doing that, but it's kind of bugging me. Alright, so where do we go from here? We continue to listen to the color voice in our head. I'm going to use some saffron and hope that I can actually work with these colors. It's hard to know where to start. But part of the process is being allowed to see and keep the colors that you still want to motivate to move. And I'm going to keep wiping my spatula off in between. I want more of the Jasmine and the Indigo Violet. And probably the pink Carnation too. I like those colors way better than I thought together. And it makes me want a larger spatula, which I think I'm just going to indulge myself in. Get a little tiny gap. You need a sort of certain weight of the paint in order for it to dry nice and shiny like I like it. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing, but it doesn't keep me from stealing some paint. Or, because the canvas is dry, grabbing a Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula and making an attempt. Now you can either scrape the paint up because the canvas on the background is dry, like I'm doing, or you could put a line of paint from a squeeze bottle, which is what I did the other day. All of that paint off of there. Whoops, I wasted some. Okay, so I see that saffron in here and I want Orange Crush. I'm not sure what that little dribble will do, but I guess we'll find out in a minute. You know what? I want more Orange Crush. And I might want Sour Lemon with it, with Orange Crush in it. Although I mixed my Sour Lemon this time with some Purely Pigments with some Holly Berry in it. And I figure pretty much everything is open to interpretation. Although what I see right now is the fact that I have paint in a bottle and I can squeeze it, and I don't want that gap in the black. Alright, do I want any more yellow? I might. Tuscan Sun. Someday I'm just going to use squeeze bottles again and make weird shapes like now, and leave them alone because they're kind of cool. Alright, I've got great paint left on here, and I think I want to scrape it off at the end of that white, because then I can wipe off my spatula. Actually, I'm going to scrape off my spatula and use all of that paint. Keep my Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula clean. Keep my other spatula clean. It's nice to have a couple. Alright, so I'm seeing this down here and it's kind of bugging me. And I've got enough of that, whatever that white is, to steal some. So that's what I'm going to do. And I like that little black gap, and usually when I say something like that, then I have to eradicate it immediately. but I'm going to try and restrain myself this time. I'm going to take some of that orange, I think. I might just put some more in there. I think that's a better solution than trying to mess with it. And you can obviously move paint around any way you want, but sometimes it's easiest to blow it. Especially if you want it heavy like I want it. And I use GAC 800 by Golden in all of my mixtures so that I can do that. And it's nice to have a skewer handy too. I'm going to take a chance and use the sharp end. Now I could almost rationalize stopping right there. I've got some really pretty paint on my spatula that I'm thinking might be easily incorporated into the composition if I'm careful. And wipe off my spatula. Alright, I've got drips on one edge, but I'm kind of liking the look of what I've got so far. And I shouldn't worry about keeping my edges clean. But I am going to use my residuals even if they're coming right off my finger. And I'm not sure if that's French silk or Chantilly lace, but I'm looking forward to integrating it. So now it has a tail. Ha! I'm not sure what that is. But it's gone now, yay! So this is bugging me here. And I'm thinking, whoa, that was Indian spice. Just going to put a little bit right in that spot and hope that I can dab it around. Actually, my chopstick might work best for that. And at least up until the moment when I decide I'd rather have my skewer. I was going to use the straw, that's why I picked it up. Feels like I've got a little bit of paint built up in my straw. Now I kind of want that paint. Now am I done? I could be. I don't think I am. I might still want to blow that paint around though. Might need a better straw to do that. So what am I going to do? I'm feeling the orange. And a better straw. I want to get rid of that one bubble. I can only see one bubble and it's gone. And I might want just a little tiny tadpole more. That color there. Maybe I should blow my next addition. It's kind of a strange idea, but I kind of like it too. That's not bad. Maybe some white. I'm not sure yet. I could do all kinds of ways. There are all kinds of ways I could have to move that around. And colors I could add too. I'll start with my skewer and see where it goes from there. I'm kind of being called to a little bit of the Royal Sapphire, but it could be the Nebula too. Nebula Star could work also. I think I want the white next in between, although I have some periwinkle that if it'll open. Why are you not opening? No particular reason. So in theory that should come out. I don't mind that. I don't want any more of it. My Chantilly lace is a little bit trepidatious because the top is stretched out. I'm going to give myself the 1 minute. I have to cover that orange. I think I'm going to go on the outside with the Chantilly lace. Alright, I'm not squeezing anymore, it's just the tip is so big. It's allowing a stream to come out, which is kind of cool because I'm not overly enthusiastic about having a super large stream anyway. And I should shimmer this at you pretty quick. But I want to straighten out my Chantilly lace. So I have 32 playlists. I'm going to shimmer this at you. I'm not sure what else I'm going to do. Not a lot, I can tell you now. It was fun playing. I'm not entirely sure that I'm done fixing that orange, making it keep from showing any black through. But it's definitely therapeutic. And I took my time. And I'm so not over this series of events. I've got stuff to pick up. Please give me a thumbs up. When you watch the videos all the way through, it's the communication to the algorithm that says that my channel's worth keeping. So I really appreciate you watching longer. I give lessons at the house in Spring Hill, Florida. I do sell my artwork. I love you guys. You inspire me always. Questions are welcome and encouraged. My community board will show you tomorrow's video at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Questions are welcome and encouraged. I just said that twice. Thank you for the donations through Patreon, PayPal, and memberships. I love you guys dearly. You inspire me always. I hope you come again.